Welcome to the Bee Musical, a amusing story of life in the beehive. Bees are fascinating creatures, as we all know, but as well as producing honey and beeswax, do you know just how important they are as part of the food chain? Bees are responsible for pollinating a third of the crops grown from human consumption. Consequently, anything that affects the welfare of bees can have a frightening impact on global food production. Environmental threats to bees are multiplying, and soon the situation could become critical. Our story highlights this issue in a humorous and hope entertaining way. Mr. and Mrs. Waxworth were mad about bees. They had lots of hives at the bottom of their garden. One lovely summer's day, Mr. and Mrs. Waxworth put on their white bee suits and their bee hats, ready to walk down to their favorite beehive. The guard bee at the hive were having a busy day. They had already scared off 2 blackbirds and a woodpecker that morning. Who is it this time?
Good morning, guards.
Good morning, Mouse.
How's the honeycomb looking?
Wouldn't you like to know? Last winter when you hibernated in here, you ate nearly all our precious honeycomb and ruined our hive.
But it was so cold outside and the honey was so delicious.
The queen bee was very angry, but this year we're putting up with the fences, so you won't get in.
Oh, bother.
Oh, who goes there?
It's only Mr. Waxworth and Mrs. Waxworth. Morning, bees.
Morning, Mr. Waxworth. Things are very busy in the hive today.
Mr. Waxworth carefully lifted the layers of hive.
Can't talk, Mr. Waxworth. We're busy. Busy. You got honeycomb to make.
More wax for the honeycomb.
Water for the hive.
Stir the pond.
Make honey. Air circulation, please. Better feed the babies.
Clean the hive. May I introduce you to the head of operations? Here he comes. It's Tumblebee! Hi, everyone. What a lovely day. All present, correct?
Present and correct.
Right, let's go find some nectar.
Power.
But we're waiting for Grumblebee. Where is she?
She's practicing her speeches again. Grumblebee! All the bees in the hive loved their work and they were wanted, except for one. Grumblebee was never quite satisfied with being a bee. She wanted to be something
something more impressive, like the actor or astronaut, more than anything else. She just wanted to feel important.
We know what we are, but we know not what we may be. Are we just little buzzy things that don't matter?
Grumblebee, we've got work to do.
Oh, work, it's a bee's life.
Okay, Nectar Team, are we feeling fit? Have you got the buzz? Let's go.
Grumblebee was very fed up. She really didn't see the point why was all this hard work so important and how could it possibly make her important.
Double, toil and trouble. Why do work? It's such a puzzle. I want to feel important, but all I do is work. It's all the same every day, every hour, every way. I want to feel important, but here we go again. I should be more important, but my hopes are all in vain. I think that finding nectar is such a boring thing. With all the work that we do, what's the point? Give me a clue. I want to feel important, but it will never be, because I'm just a silly little buzzy honeybee.
She just wants to be famous. It's what she likes to dream. So she can say to everyone, look what this fine bee has done. I want to make her happy. I wish that she could see that she is special all the time. She is a special bee.
In the gardens in the field below, the flowers were waiting for the bees. My pollen's overflowing today.
Oh, I know what you mean. It's really messing up my petals. Those bees are sure taking a while. Where are they? Yeah, and I smell so gorgeous this morning. I think they'll be here by now.
Yeah, I wish they'd hurry up.
Ladies, listen, here they come with windlass.
We've been waiting for bees, we have been waiting. They are flying to collect nectar we've been making. Here they are, nectar tea. Nectar tea. Sucking all the nectar out, with none of honey's tummies. To their hives they will return, make it into honey. Here they are,
hive with as much nectar as they can bring and as much pollen as they can carry. On their baskets, on their knees, Grumblebee watched them arrive triumphantly and wished that she had something to be triumphant about. There were also grumbles to be heard from the nectar team. Some bees felt that Grumblebee should be helping with the pollen instead of wasting time practicing her speeches.
Who is Shakespeare anyway?
It's laziness. I'm going to see my friend Mr. Waxworth. I know when I'm not wanted.
Meanwhile, the work wasn't over. There's more nectar to be collected, and a new team of bees was preparing to go on their next nectar collecting expedition.
Bee team after ready?
We're cutting fun flowers, Jumblebee.
How I know which way to go.
Only the Michael Dance will tell. Watch her dance and you'll see.
That's my favorite part. As six of people like to do a boogie.
Nectar team, get ready for the bebop.
Wow, 10 out of 10. Thank you, Jumblebees. This for everyone.
Whenever Bumblebee felt sad, she can always rely on her friend Mr. Watcher to cheer her up. It seems that he's the only person who really understood her. Whenever Bumblebee felt sad, she can always rely on her friend Mr. Waxworth to cheer her up. It seems that he was the only person who really understood her.
Hello, dear Grumble. What can I do for you?
Hello, Mr. Waxworth. I'm feeling a bit blue. I just don't see the point in all this nectar business. Now I think the other bees wish I'd buzz off.
You know, Grumble, everybody has a part to play. I'm sure the other bees would see. We'd be lost without you.
Meet the drones. They spend a lot of time flying about and waiting for the queen of the hive. They all want to marry the mysterious queen bee.
Make way for the queen. Make way. Mirror, mirror, make it snappy. How can I find a decent chappy? Mirror, mirror in my hand, who's the most beautifulest in the land? You are, your majesty. Be mine. Pick me. Marry me, your majesty. No, pick me.
the others buzzer back that shows the whole day long.
More royal jelly, please. What's the racket? Keep it down. I'm having some me time.
But as the sun was setting,
They're back. The bee team is back. Good. I'm starving.
You're late. Where's the nectar?
We couldn't find any.
Couldn't find any. Oh, what's this commotion? Can't some lady have some peace and quiet around here? Where's Jumblebee?
I'm here.
Jumblebee, what is the meaning of this?
Yes or no, Your Majesty?
the worker bees,
Your Majesty, the worker bees are exhausted. There's just not enough food. And everyone's coming down with a tummy ache.
Oh dear, what will we do?
And that's just the tip of the iceberg. Unfortunately, Tumblebee was right. The Royal was about to find out the real importance of our little buzzy friends. As night fell upon the hive, the colony settled down, but with rumbly tummies.
Wake up, honey, time for breakfast.
Gray, I'm so hungry. Swagsworth, Miss Swagsworth,
What, dear? Make it quick. I have to get to work.
where's my cereal?
There isn't any.
What about my orange juice?
None of that either.
There must be some jam.
Not a drop. Haven't you heard the news? It's all over the TV.
Now, the news at 7:30. Sweet Harvey headline.
And means case. Around the world, bee colonies are collapsing. Scientists suspect that pesticides on the wind, along with a lack of flowers, plants, and nesting places.
Bees pollinate lots of plants by spreading their pollen around, so many food types may now become rare, including strawberries, pumpkins, peaches, coffee, onions, walnuts, blueberries, cherries, oranges, blackberries, pears, grapes, tomatoes, carrots, lemons.
All right, we get it. We're in a crisis here, people. We're experts on investigating.
And now that's all from us, folks. Keep yourself informed. I'm Harvey Headline. Good night.
My oatmeal will be tasted without berries and honey.
I can't bear to hear this anymore. I must talk to the bees.
town people love it, but who will play the lead role?
What about Grumblebee? Grumblebee would be great. Grumblebee is really good at work.
Grumblebee! Grumblebee! Grumblebee!
Me? Really? Once more into the breach, dear friends. We must rehearse.
As the word spread through town, the excitement grew.
The bee's knees, the play of the year.
A must C be there or be square.
The bee's knees, the play of the year.
A must C be there or be square.
The bee's knees, the play of the year.
A must C be there or be square.
The bee's knees, the play of the year.
A must C be there or be square.
The bee's knees, the play of the year.
A must C be there or be square.
The bee's knees, the play of the year.
A must C be there or be square.
The bee's knees, the play of the year.
A must C be there or be square. Grumblebee wrote the script, helped the younger bees learn Grumblebee could barely contain her excitement. She wrote the script, helped the younger bees learn her lines, and she practiced.
Bees are important. Bees are important. Bees are important.
Finally, the opening night came.
The colony is proud to present the Bee's Knees, starring Grumblebee. To be or not to be, that is the question. Propolis, honey, beeswax. Show me your finest wear, Mr. Business Bee.
I've got propolis to soothe, honey for a delicious treat, and beeswax for the finest candles, all made by bees.
Well, I didn't know that bees made all of that. We'll take it all. I am a farmer. I grow crops, the yummy food that you see in shops. There's no greater friend to me than a super wonderful buzzy bee. Those little baskets on their knees are practical accessories. They fill them with pollen that fly about, and while they're working, some drops out. Now you could say it's not by chance that pollen falls onto the plants, and so more plants can start to grow. That's why we need the bees, you know. Without bees, it's plain to see, there'll be less food for you and me. Full of the food that's on your plate, we need bees to pollinate.
We are experts, don't you know?
to the knees.
Alas, for heaven's sake, our bees have got a tummy ache.
Food is short, but there's more still. Pesticides have made them ill.
Mr. Farmer,
What can I do for you?
we can't pollinate your crops anymore, too sick.
By gum, without the bees, it'll cost us nearly $2 billion a year to pollinate our crops.
Sometimes we may feel so small, but that is not the truth at all. The humble work of you and me is vital for humanity. I realize now to be a bee is quite a responsibility.
Congratulations, everyone!
It's not in the stars, but in our heart.
Marvelous, simply marvelous. People of this beautiful town, I stand here extremely proud of our bees. I can't believe we have gone so long without realizing their struggle. It is our duty to do all that we can to protect and to help them do their noble work. Ladies and gentlemen, be inspired to plant rosemary, bluebells, heathers, vegetables, and fruits in your gardens and flower pots. Stop using pesticides and buy honey from your local beekeepers. We must protect our primary pollinators. Thank you, bees.
The townspeople were overjoyed to find that they can do so much for the bees. Everyone did their little bit to help. The bees, of course, were delighted at the wave of support of their neighbors and found plenty of food and shelter in their newly planted gardens and window boxes. But the plague didn't convince the locals. Grumblebee had found a new spring or step. Finally, she realized that she'd been born all along. She was a VI bee.
And thereby hangs a tale. Thank you for coming. We're gonna sing one more song.
Now make the honey
I would like to invite Mrs. Togeman and Miss Hussey and Miss Sherba to come up here. Can you come up here? Will that work out? So this was an absolutely joyous, wonderful, wonderful play. And as you all know, hours and hours of work and time with the kids and loving guidance. And so thank you very, very much to Mrs. Sherba. To Mrs. Togeman. And to Ms. Hussey. Thank you so very much. And I'd like to make a special thank you also to Sister Linda, who is the aide in the class. And Miss Griffith. And Mr. Lane did lots and lots of technical work. And then we have two 8th grade helpers, Bella Musich and Kaya Rosa, who are up with the spotlight. Okay, and a big round of hand for the 1st and 2nd graders. Kids, you're going to stay up here for some pictures. Sit down for some pictures. And if we could have a few helpers at the end put away chairs, that would be really fabulous. So if